I did tell my family that I was going live. So if you hear anything in the background, they are aware. But come on in the room. I have actually, you know, basically ring the telephone. You know how it goes, you know. I pick up this device, so I have rung the telephone. So, hello, friends. Hope everyone is doing good. This is a hat day for me. I have had a good day. I basically did some things that I had needed to do and things today, and it has been what you call a constantly moving day for me. It really have. Hope that everything is lighting and going well and things, because I literally had to put some light in the area where I'm at, but I'm just sitting and chatting and things. As you come into the room, welcome one another. You know, be kind to one another as well. And make sure, you know, you show the most love, because you never know what individuals are going through. And also remember, friend, this is the space to where about, you know, I motivate and I encourage. Getting through all of that, friends, let's just sit and chat for, you know, the time and the moment that I am here right now. If you have any questions, any comments, please put them in the chat so that I can see them, because if you don't put them in there, you know, I don't know what to you know, say and everything at this time. But if you come back and catch this video at another time, you know, I appreciate you too. You know, this is this friend whereby I'm going to talk, you know, even if no one is in the room. But if someone come in the room, I welcome and appreciate you. So yeah, so today, like I said, it's really been a good day. I actually is wearing what they call it, a tam. I just call it a hat because my natural hair, I didn't really feel like putting any water on it today because of the weather and things was going on, and supposedly it's supposed to get cold. So I was like, okay, let me just do what it do today with my you know, tam on, hat on, or whatever it may be called. I just know I put it on and things, and yeah, I did my little errands that I had needed to do, and I wanted to come here and chat with my friends before the closing of the day. Seem like I've been consistent, friends, by coming to my friends, seem like on a daily basis. So I didn't want to miss this day by not putting up anything. I feel blessed, really blessed, you know, by coming, talking to my friends and sharing and everything. Remember, I told my family that I was going live, but you see how they rolling in the background, you know. But I want to say that there's some cooking going on and things as well. It is in the background as well. So I'm just enjoying the moment to be here, just to sit down and to chat with my friends at this particular time. Hope everyone is doing well too. I wish I had my coffee cup mug and things with my water in it, because therefore I can be drinking and talking to my friends, because I do get a little thirsty, you know, a little thirsty. I really do. But I've been enjoying the moment by leaving awesome and amazing positive words in the community space. Hope my friend is enjoying that particular location and space. And the community space is, you have to go and stroll and just hit the community tab or however it shows up. Now, you know, I may have been coming here a little bit more often, but I'm still learning and growing, because unless you move forward and begin to do things on a consistent basis in this YouTube space, you always grow, because things are always changing. So yeah, I'm still growing. And yes, I do have a daughter that's a content creator, but I'm gonna be honest with you all. I don't get that help, because I don't ask her in that department and say, hey, come and help me, show me this. I'm more or less like, you know, she did show me how to do live and, you know, just basically push that button and go from there. And I appreciate that. But when it comes to doing anything else, you know, I believe that I need to be responsible of encouraging myself to come here on this platform if I'm going to do it, and just stick with it and just keep doing it, especially, you know, when you are basically sowing back in the most positive way. And I can only sow back from where I'm at in my life and everything, because everybody's space is different. Just like your life, friend, it is completely different. I'm sure from my life, or it could be similar, or however, everybody's life is different. My life right now, I mean, it just suits me to just come and be as I am, and I love that part. Believe it or not, let me tell you, honey, the sleep that I can get right now, ooh, 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 with a pillow, I will love that. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it too. But I definitely got to get me some stretching in, or some type of form of 15 minutes of exercise or something, in, because I love that part of just my life. Let me just say that much. But I got to do a little bit of something and things. I don't know about my friends, but where I'm located at, honey, seem like when I go and do some cardio or walking, my feet, I can have on socks, the tennis shoes, and all. Just be cold. By the time I get back home, I'm cold. And it's like I have to rewarm back up. So it's like, oh, Lord. I'm glad that I can get out because it really do a lot. But I'm like, it's cold. And then going to the gym and everything, it's like I literally have to fit it in my schedule, and I do not want to jump in the shower at a location where I'm at and then re-put back on my clothes, however, or whatever clothes, to get in the air and stay consistent with my schedule and everything. So I'm like, okay, I just got to make it work. That's all. I just got to make it work. I'm just chatting a little bit about what's going on with Gigi. If you have any questions, once again, just put them in the chat. Let's be positive once again and things. So I'm just here chatting with my friends, enjoying the opportunity to chat with my friends, because it is a beautiful things to chat. Thank you for thumbsing up. By the way, friends, you know how they're gonna know. Thumbs up this live video, okay? Thumbs it up, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, because this is the space to where about if you like, positive communication and talking about, prayer, talking about God, and amongst along with other different things, I don't mind, being positive in that way. Just talking about life, navigating through life, how individuals can have their, ups and downs, the ebbs and the flows in life, and just how to navigate. I just choose to to stay in a position, okay, to be wise enough to learn from my life experience. How many have learned from just life experience, period? Because when you learn from life experience, I'm telling you, life experience will teach you a whole lot of things that you think you know, but you really don't know. But then when you get it, you get it. Yes, when you get it, you really, really, really do get it. So I'm just thankful being in that position to learn from life experience, to be grateful, to know that I appreciate wisdom that God have bestowed upon me, because, you know, in life, you have an opportunity to do a whole lot of reflection. And sometimes when I be in the community post, I come from a place of either, just experiencing and on my journey to say, well, let me, write this down, and, possibly it would touch somebody and somebody can appreciate, the soft words and things that I may give, because that's what life is about to me. These are just my thoughts now. Has nothing to do with your thoughts, so get out of your head. These are my thoughts and everything of what and how I see life and journey right now. Because one thing about life, if we don't get it when it comes to us, it'll turn back around. In other words, it will spin the block and it will come back around and everything. So yeah, yes, it will and things. So yeah, I just wanted to come here and just basically tell my friends how much I appreciate you. And when I say I appreciate you, I really do appreciate the individuals that are being supportive, that is being encouraging, prayers and things. And, not just for myself. If you, have what you call enough room to spare. And I say it because some individuals, they go through so much, they like, yeah, I do. I'm trying to pray for myself. But if you have prayers and everything that you can share and put out in the atmosphere for others, I don't have to name the things that's going on in the world, honey. It's just too much. And when I say it's too much, it's a lot on the human soul, but spiritually, we can do all things through Christ that strengthen us, at least for me. So, but when you hear a lot of the things that goes on, it just make me want to just continue to thrive and to understand, Lord, I just got to keep my mindset in the place whereby it benefits me. And when I say whereby it benefits, completely benefits. Friends, what do actually you do, you know, in your day to day, life, how you navigate, how you keep, just going forward, being in the most positive, way, how do you go about doing that on a daily basis, do you, take breaks, you know, or do you just become what's in front of you? Do you have fits? Do you have your moments? That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, do you express your feelings, and I got to ask you this, or do you cuss people out, what I mean, how do you navigate through your day, and things, I don't know, I'm just posing a question, I'm just asking it because everybody is different because you are unique. So I'm just posing that particular question. And listen, I ain't judging you on that. I'm just asking. Just like y'all sitting up here looking at me, I can't see your face. I don't even know where you're located at. So, I just welcome you. I just posed that question. I'm just trying to understand, actually, what do you do? How do you function? How do you navigate, in this particular place, that's called life for us on this earthly realm? Do you do anything, different, possibly that can be an enhancement to others or even to myself? Do you read any books? Or do you knit? Do you sew? And I'm coming just from thinking of right where I'm at right now, the things that I know that my friends share, that I know personally. I got friends that, they like to sew, some individuals, they like traveling, different places in the world. They do the cruise ships and things. Matter of fact, I had a friend, and of course, I told her she was very, not shady, but I told her I don't go into spaces that don't make me feel welcome. I had to give that to her, but we straightened it all out. One of my coworkers, a female firefighter, because they planned a trip. And when I say they, meaning her or whomever else that is going, other individuals, and now I must admit, I'm thankful because they did reach out. My friend did, okay? That is a retired firefighter and asked me about going, but in the timing of this trip, but it's another one coming up. And she was, just letting me know at least you got enough advance time. But this trip, it was during holidays and things, but it's coming up. So, in getting the information, which I did my due diligence and reached out to the young lady. And I was excited and hopeful, but maybe she was on a cruise and maybe she was doing her own thing, and possibly the communication got mixed up or whatever. But anyway, at that time, I was ready to press the go button to say, yeah, because I was feeling good during the holidays and everything. So, child, I was going to be, cruising with them. So then, always, for me, I thought about it and I said, well, Lord, why is it the mix of communication? I'm trying to make this thing happen because I was truly was, and seemed like whatever that was supposed to come to me concerning this trip, I personally, I got a little bit frustrated with it. And I said, and then I thought about it. I said, I don't think I need to be going on this trip and things. And I made that decision based on if it don't flow easily for me when it comes to planning and traveling, I take that as a sign to sit this one out. And that's really how I am with life right now. If it got a whole lot of things going on with it, and if I can't allow that energy to flow and to be easily, I am 100% sure if it's up to me, I won't do it. I have to be comfortable. It can't be with so much questionings in it when it's something simple to do. That's what I'm saying on that note. But now when it comes to just doing things and being motivated, that's differently. But anytime, and these are just my thoughts for me, if I'm going to travel, I'm going to pray over it, and I'm going to pray over it, and seem like if the answer is a no for me, then I know it is. That's just my thoughts on it. You know, it can be the most amazing trip. But if the answer is a no, it's a no. It's a no on that one. So, and that's how I see it. And that's how I'm really handling a lot of things in my life for this particular season where I'm at. You know, if someone say, hey, we're going to get together, we'll go get back together. My life may become busy. And even if I don't make a phone call back, if it's a no for me, it's just a no because I do own up to it. If I don't reconnect back with someone or they don't reconnect back with me, however, it can be on my part that I didn't reconnect it back. But if the conversation don't conversate, I'm okay with that. That's what I'm saying. You know, I don't know whether or not that would be a good thing for someone else, but I'm just allowing my friends to know, you know, because a lot of times life put a question mark and say, you know, maybe not right now, just talking in general, maybe not right now to do a certain thing, but, you know, maybe at another time. Yeah, my friend says. Hey, hey, friends. Let me just read these comments. Thank you, friend. A friend says, hey, what's this? Do you usually do this at this time? And excuse me, friend, excuse me. And I missed it all. And I missed it till now. Listen, friend, I want you to know that I welcome you to this space. And if you like a friend such as myself, just in this YouTube space, and I have to be clear with that, positive conversation and communicating and just coming here at any given time. If you subscribe to the channel and keep your notifications on, because I basically talk about the power of prayer, right in the community sections about staying positive and motivated. I literally push my particular, I want to make it real clear, my present, my voice in this space to be the best version that I can be in motivating and encouraging. Now, I do chase rabbits. Rabbits chasing me, and I can get off a topic and I can talk about another possibly topic if it leads me that way. But I mostly try to stay in the space of talking about how good and amazing God is. God is a miracle. God know what to do. God know how to heal. God encourages, God motivates. I love that part, but I can come here and share in this space. My friend says, I've been subscribed, but first time actually catching you live. Well, thank you so much. You know that this is your first time live, and thank you for, you know, being what you call a subscribers. Well, I appreciate you. Send you your invisible, beautiful flowers, you know, your favorite ones to you and things. So yeah, so I was making a comment to the friend and everything, because sometimes people don't know what the space is about, because I understand that the YouTube, when you go live, it just rolls vertically. And sometimes individuals just stroll. So, you know, that was a good question to ask. What is this space about? You know, I just talk about motivation and be me, be just who I am, you know, and things in this space. I mean, some individuals it may fit and some individuals it may not fit, because I don't change. When I say I don't change, I stay in my lane, because this is a lifestyle for me. It's not a made up one. I was put here, been given different challenges and, you know, different things that sometimes you, well, I would say me, not you, but if I got to say you, sometimes when individuals go through life, they may not know how to navigate it. And the only thing that I can give an individual is have your own relationship with God. That's if you believe that way, and that if you believe in the power of affirmation and praying. If you don't believe in that direction, I'm not here to make anyone feel as if still, you are not what you call love or anything by God. My most thing that I want an individual to understand and to know in this space is that wherever you're at, that's where God is located at. God is everywhere. I just believe that, if you have your relationship with God, if you can identify with your purpose in this life and everything, why you showed up, understanding your purpose-filled life, because everybody have a purpose. And once you understand your purpose in this life, then you'll keep showing up being the best version of who you are. Yes. My friend says, I'm very much a fan of what you put out in the universe. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that. And another friend says, giving you flowers right back at you. Thank you so much. It is so important that we feed our energy, our spirits with the things that we want to attract and to come back to us. And when I say it's important, it's very important, because you'll see it later on down the line, some place and space in life, that it's a saying that you reap what you sow. So it's like a pot and a soil life is. Just imagine you are the plant, but the soil now that you have been planted in is all because of your thoughts and the way that you think. And I truly believe that our conscious mind have to be renewed in order to tap into the subconscious way of thinking, because your subconscious is basically that divine power, that Holy Spirit, that all-knowing, all-knowing spirit that allow us, the Most High, to wake us up. You name it, whatever you want to name it, because I can't go back and forth to say, whether or not it is, if it's your truth, that's your truth. Long as you know that you are created to do some good things here in this earthly realm, and that's to walk in peace, light, and love. Everybody got a different view of how things look in their life based on the tradition, based on what was passed down to you. But once you realize that really we're all one, and we are supposed to walk in this love, that agape love, and the light and the power to forgive, you'll see that the battlefield that goes on in our mindset, the things that we fight over, and when I say fight, fight naturally or spiritually, it become a waste of time and energy, when in reality it's like, who's actually winning? When you really have energy like that, I realize that we can spend so much time on the negative things and not really enjoying our life in a positive way. So when you begin to have that mindset renewed and do the inner work for yourself, life look different. It looks completely different. You will not even want to waste time in the old conversations of arguments, the old way of thinking, because it just don't benefit you any longer. And if you see any benefits in it and everything, it's only because you're living in that space that you feel the most comfortable in. Well, I had to arise from out of that space because I could no longer grow. And growing to me is something that I must continue to do as I live. I don't mean growing to say, how much I can obtain, growing in my wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because listen, money and wealth is nothing but, energy that God designed for all of us to have, to be blessed by it. I mean, you cannot have a dime in your pocket, but, I know that this is the day that the Lord has made, and I'm going to be glad and rejoice in it. If you wake up and think different and dream big, you can have whatever your heart's desire according to the Lord's will. And I say according to the Lord's will because when you keep God in your business, you won't have no LACK, no like. You won't have a doubting mindset. You won't have a mindset that keep defeating against you. You will begin to shift. You will begin to turn differently in your walk, how you think and how you see things. I personally now, and just one day I just arose in this position. all of a sudden I began to see the good in everything. And that was something that was battling with me for a lifetime. I'm like, now how I get here? How did I get here? And I guess I got here because I realized that life can sometimes be a game. And when I say a game to keep presenting the same lessons until you figure it out that, listen, maybe if you change the way you think and how you look and how you see things, even on the negative things, and you take a positive turn in the outlook and your position and how you're navigating in the world, maybe the world will look better to you. But if you see it in a negative way, then that's what's going to be produced from out of you. So now that I'm seeing the good in everything, the good and the bad, it's not meaning that it's right now, because something can literally be not right. But if I can see the good in that something or somebody, possibly what they can't even see, but I can see it in them. And I can begin to speak a positive word for them, then guess what it does? It comes back to me. And I literally mean it, from a subconscious way of thinking. Because in your subconscious mind, it's what holds, okay, the deposit of what you're feeding your conscious mind. Because your subconscious mind really don't know what to do. That's why individuals can walk around and be frustrated because it has no outlet. But your subconscious mind is absorbing that soil of what you're literally being that plant being planted in. I'm just speaking this way on a spiritual level. Oh God, I thank you. My friends say, I like that your message doesn't change. I think it's so good to be able to hear consistency and positivity. Oh, thank you, friend. You surround yourself with enough positivity, you eventually become it and it spreads from you subconsciously. Yes, thank you, friend. It sure do. I think that's you, Miss Gigi. Yes. Meaning yes on your message, meaning when you surround yourself. And that surrounding just could be you alone. And you alone meaning you're in your own space, you in your own, as they say, world. But your world becomes so positive and it's almost like you just being attached to that till even if you fall down, you're not gonna stay down because it don't fit you, it don't benefit you. You're gonna realize staying down will not be good for you because if you stay down too long, then you're gonna be experiencing those old habits and those old ways, and it's like, oh, what am I doing here? Listen, I done took a different approach at life. Even my home, my space, always been a pretty, clean person. I would say this much. But now I make it a habit and I become consistent. Even now I understand that my home speaks volumes when it need to be refreshed or clean. And the reason why it speaks volume is because my spirit is saying, listen, I'm so heavy in you till I want your place to be as clean, just as clean as you're being, in the inner you. Because imagine just waking up. Things are always in a mess and it's always out of control. That stuff got to make you feel some type of way. These are just my thoughts. It don't have to apply for everybody. These are just my thoughts that I'm sharing. But the minute when I begin to organize, put things in places and the systems that I needed and things, life flows easily. If you got a busy schedule, don't wake up at the last minute trying to find your shoes and the clothes. Know where these items are at. Know what reach and how you can reach them. In other words, make your life as easy as possible. Um, if you know that your mindset need to be clear, work within you. Go inwardly and do the inward work. And then outwardly, it's going to be able to touch the areas of whereby it need to be touched and the things that it need to be, you know, do or done or handle. Because inward work is important. That don't mean that we're perfect. No, it ain't nobody perfect at all. The only individual that appear to be perfect is the individuals that is portraying a different light as if they have no issues. See, I can't say I don't have any challenges or issues. I'd be lying. Straight up. You know, I'm still a work in progress, but I'm not giving up. I'm not quitting. I'm just a work in progress right now, even in my latter years. I'm just a work in progress. And I'm okay with being a work in progress because I'm no longer stuck to not want to work on myself. You know, I show up. I'm thankful each and every day. I'm thankful for life, for good health, for strength. You know, I thank God for the food. I thank God for shelter. You know, I thank God for everything, the things that I possibly missed out and didn't thank God for. I'm just thankful and I live so much in gratitude right now, you know. And when I say gratitude and a way to whereby it could look different upon my family. I could look as if, you know, are you all right? Are you okay? I'm absolutely good, you know, and things. And when I say I'm good in the way to whereby I'm just seeing the light that's in individuals, even if they can't see their light. I see how good God is, even in other individuals, even if they can't see it for their self. I just see it. And sometimes individuals need to know that it's something good in them because you never know where they're at. You never know how the minds are thinking. You never know what individuals done went through or what they're going through. You just don't even know. You know, sometimes people don't express it. Sometimes individuals don't talk about it. That's why it's good if you have what you call enough prayer in you, or just, you know, enough ability just to bless somebody else. You see somebody having a terrible day, send some good energy out. I ain't telling you to try to say something to them because sometimes if you say something to them, they may rattle back at you, but just bless them to where about they can go in a more, you know, different direction that will benefit them. That's what I'm saying. Once again, I ain't trying to tell nobody that life don't have its ups and downs. It does. It really does. Listen, I'm too old and too wise to come here and to fake it and to make anybody think that, oh, look at me, look what I got, and girl, this is real life. Listen, things got a way of changing and shifting. A lot of times, you know, you'll see individuals, you know, they'll, you know, in other, and not for everybody, but I don't, in other words, I don't come here to get the views, the clicks, and the likes because I need to show you what I brought, what I got. And even if I show it, it's a blessing. You know, it's nothing difficult. I'm not doing it for the camera, is what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to take the approach in living and just living your truth, living your own light, okay? Let the light of the light affect your life to where about whatever that you are doing in life, it's just a blessing all the way round. You know, it's just a blessing. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just a vessel that I truly believe that the more we regain our mindset to be powerful and being positive, the more you would see a different change and a shifting in the world, in the universe, in the earth that we live on. The more we'll begin to see the shifting. How do you expect to see a change if you can't visualize it? Even if you don't see it, at least you tried. At least you know, well, I thought good about that situation. At least you knew that. At least you knew that's how you was thinking. Although you know the reality of the truth, but when you put a different light on a situation, you know it looks different. And of course, sometimes, and I love to say this, y'all have heard me, you can't change individuals, but you can change you. And that just goes as far as to say you can't change people, but you can change you. And changing and working on you is the best, most good thing that I think anyone can do. You know, whether or not you do it as a group, you do it as a couple, but the most important thing, when you do it for you, it speaks different. Do it for you, friend. Do it for you. Do it for you. So yeah, so when you're doing it for you, everything else, you know, what you're desiring and what you want. You'll hear me talk more about even manifestation, that how God have already created this earthly realm. And in the Psalms 24, that the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, and that he have founded upon, the seas and the floods and things, and who shall ascend unto the hill of the Lord? It could and it should be you if you're not in that position. That's why I say it could and it should be you. If you want to manifest and if you want to see some things to show up in your life, I would just say this much. Get God in your business. Okay? Tell God everything. You show up for you. Whatever you're trying to work on, or whatever you're trying to allow to come into your life, just be sincere in your prayers. Be sincere in what you want to see change. Even if it's not change, at least dream it, believe it, be open to receive it when it show up. Because if you never dream of a different change, how can it show up? You got to believe it. If you're trying to obtain anything in life, you cannot walk in it with doubt. If you walk in it with doubt, you done already convinced yourself that soil, because you the plant, you done already contaminated your soil because you done already spoke doubt on what can happen and what can come forth. So I believe if you put as much energy into what you want to happen, it can happen for you. I mean, if individuals is going in with their New Year's resolution, their vision board, it can't come to pass if you don't put the work in it. Some things you have to put the work in order to see it come to pass. You may say, well, dog, I don't know because, my money seem like that is life. But if you keep speaking like that over your money, realize that money is always in circulation. So speak blessings over the circulation over your money. Get in a position, feel it to see it. See things making a change and a big difference in your particular life. Right where you're at. Manifestation is powerful when you believe in yourself. And when I say when you, my friend says, get God in your business, that's right, get God all in your business. When I say all in your business, like God is your best friend, okay? And a good friend to be what you call an insider, a GPS for you, ordering your steps at all times. That if you believe that way. In the morning when I wake up, I'm always aware that if I don't do nothing else, just let me say thank you before I'm moving out of the bed. However, I'm learning to get up gently now, a little bit more slower. And the reason because I want to make sure, hey, I'm still here, and things in this particular space, and I'm just thankful to be alive. Like some of my friends that are listening and will come back, just having a more thankful heart, a more heart of gratitude. I'm finding that even in my daily routine, I'm just being more thankful in things. I'm just being thankful for family, because a lot of times we don't get to be thankful in that way when, as much as often as possible. And when I say in that area, meaning sometimes we can take family for granted. And when I say for granted, because all families have different dynamics, but when you begin to live and see that life itself is a short span, the individuals that want to be in a positive space, in a positive position, and that you choose to share it with family and friends and others, you will begin to realize it's much easier to be kind to one another. You know, it's much easier that way. Even if other individuals don't want to be kind, you assume that position. You do all of the things that you need to do to make things happen to you. And now, I got to also talk about this, that power to forgive. Forgiveness is for you and it's for the other individuals too to receive it. If they don't receive it, what you gonna do? You're going to keep running them down in this season of your life, and you're going to keep begging and asking them for the same thing that you've been trying to get them to see. You've been trying to get an understanding. You've been trying to go to counseling. However that you've been trying to work it out. You've been trying to work on this relationship for years. You're going to have to be okay to know that you did all that you can do. And when you realize that you personally did all you can do, and I don't mean all that you can do in lies, and all that you can do in a sarcastic way, meaning from the heart, from the soul. Because see, God believed that your heart and your soul and your temple, he already identified what's in it. So if God is identifying what's in it, it's really our own work to figure out, how do we release things from off of our life? How do we walk in the power of forgiveness? Simply by releasing it. Because when you release things from off of your life, you're going to feel a whole lot better. And when I say release, releasing it to where about you're okay in your head and your space because you did everything the right way. You didn't do it in a way to hurt no one nor harm anyone. That's the key. That's the key. As long as you're not intentionally doing things and you know when you are doing things to make a person envy or jealous, or them little tricky things of the enemy, how the enemy can use any of us. I mean, the enemy can use me if I was on that team, but I mean how the enemy can just basically use individuals and their mindset, how they think, how they do things, how they operate, how you move. You know when you're moving wrong. Come on now. How can you not know when you are moving wrong? Okay. Holy Spirit just said this is that, well, you may not know when you're in darkness because the only way that you will know unless darkness now begin to listen to light or be around more of the light. So let me just retract that. But when you do know, I'm talking for the individuals that once done been touched by the light, once have seen and heard God do some amazing things in your life, and then you done return back to the vomit that you know that is not helpful. And I call it vomit because it's like you're regurgitating everything in you that you know what to do, what is right. And it's like, how do you reconnect back up with that spirit? What benefit do it give you? What winning and succeeding that it's doing in your life. It's almost like being married and connected up, to the spirit of what you're saying that you're okay if it's negative. Because see, in a marriage, you want unity, you want peace, you want love, you want harmony. I mean, a real physical marriage. So just imagine, your spirit is entwined physically, okay, with the I am, with God that rests in you, but you're cheating on it. You're not being faithful, and then you constantly keep going to God, asking God for repentance, and God, grace and mercy keep forgiving you, but then you'll go back. And it's like, okay, God, grace and mercy still forgive you, but then you'll still go back. But God, grace and mercy, because God keep upholding you and God keeps seeing the good in you. So if God is good to us with his grace and mercy, it has to come a point in time when that light switch, okay, that is allowing blood to run through your body to click someday to understand. But I truly believe, though, that what that word says, though, truly, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. Maybe my knees are bowing and my tongues are confession, and I'm okay with this right now in my life. When I say I'm okay, I am okay with being in my confession phase with my relationship with God. When I say I am, I'm completely fine with it because it's a beautiful thing to experience. And if I can continue to live in this phase in this space in my life, which I am, because it's a lifestyle for me right now, I encourage others, seek God for yourself, stay, in tune to prayer, say your affirmation, repeatedly as often as possible. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, that's too much. No, it's not. No, it's not. What become too much is, you know, um, those challenging things that come in your life that literally try to take you out, okay? Mentally and sometimes physically. That's what become too much. Because if you don't have a fight in you, and when I say a fight, to live in the light in the most abundant way, you got to believe it. You got to dream it. You got to feel this stuff. It ain't nothing but pure energy and light that's existing for you and me. It's just existing for you, friend. And it's all about, the love that is poured out unto us daily. That's the best way that I can explain it. Because the reason why I brought up the marriage scenario, because for those individual that is a desiring a husband or a mate, you're always looking for that faithfulness. You're always looking for, I just want a good man. And I'm talking to my women out here because I am that energy that I live in right now. Oh God, just send them to me, send them to me, send them to me. But even if they are sent to you, if you don't experience the love of God, how can you be what you call expressing it in your physical relationship? And that is in all relationships. You have to know how to have a relationship with the creator that created you in order to have a beautiful relationship in those physical relationships. So you have to see the good in everything, even if you got to release individuals from out of your life. That was a word for somebody. Even if you have to release, individuals, from out of your life. That don't mean you release them because now you want to hold on to all of the negative energy. You're releasing because you now found freedom, a way to feel and to think and to grow. The more and more we think positive, and the more that we begin to evolve on this level, life itself will take a change and it will shift for the good on your behalf. My friend says, yeah, sometimes it's hard to come up with that fight in you. What makes it hard, friend, for you? What makes it hard? If you can just say a little bit of your version in the chat when you say sometimes it's hard. My hardest battle when I was thinking and feeling that way, it was because I did not understand how much power my subconscious mind was waiting for me to evolve. I didn't even understand it. But then when I tapped into to know that my physical part in my human flesh, it can only be dictated and tempted by the things that I allow it to be dictated and tempted by. But see, your subconscious mind is really God divine power, that Holy Spirit that is untapped. Once you tap into it, like I say, it's like being, and I shouldn't even demonstrate it like a physical marriage, but since we put so much in the flesh and we like to order the flesh, I dictate you this and I dictate you that and I command you to do this. Put a command on God's anointing, on your thinking, on your thoughts. Put a command on positive thinking. See, when you command those things to be as though that they are not, okay? Because you're speaking them into existence in the most positive way, but you're not feeding on the flesh anymore. You are spiritually what you call now, evolving on the level that everything become a spiritual knowing. Because the very same thing that you may want right now, is it now what the Most High want for me? The only thing I can tell individuals is that God wants the best for everybody, and He wants what is good for you. Oh God, I thank you. My friend says, sometimes I let people, my family's opinion, really beat me down. Well, at least you know that's something that you can be accountable for, and you can shift the scenario and see your whole family allowing you to be who you need to be. You have to do it for you. You have to do it for you. For you. Yes. That I believe my feelings and priorities take second place to everyone else. Okay. And so now, interesting. You understand those areas that come to trigger you and those areas that you just need to build a strength up in. Now, because you're saying it by typing it. So when you get off of this live or even right now, if you don't journal, maybe include journaling in your life. The way about you can write your thoughts, your feeling down. You don't have to keep it. You can tear it up. You can throw it away. However, write out your thoughts, write out your feelings. And then once you get all of it out, then you just ask God to renew your mindset. God, I don't want to be this way. I don't want to think this way. I give nobody no control or no power to have power over me. So now, God, I ask you to create in me a clean heart and renew a right mind, my heart and my soul, so that I can travel on this journey in a different way. Once you, however you say it, or once you commit your journey in the most positive way, how you going to keep giving it back to whomever, people, person, places, or things, to allow anyone to defeat what you're now claiming? It's like you're saying things and you don't really mean it. You got to mean what you say, and you have to believe it in order to tap into the new you. The new you, if it done showed up, it's going to take work. I'm not going to lie to you. Daily. That's why God said he loads us up daily with benefits. So now, just be in the position and to know if you fall down, get back up. Get back up. Be your most biggest accountability soul that cheers for yourself. That cheers for yourself. Because if you can see yourself in a position to know that my way of thinking and my way of being positive for myself, if I don't show up for myself, and if I don't put in a good fight to fight for my mental mindset, to know that God has given me power to have this mindset, to move in a different direction than what I was moving in, who you think gonna cheer you on? It is you with the power to keep yourself motivated and encouraged. You got it. You have all that power in you. It don't rest on the outside. Why are you looking on the outside? You know, you're looking on the outside for God. God, where you at? God is in you all over. Yes, God is. See, my own personal problem, I'm going to share this with my friends. I think I said it before on different videos. I was looking for God on the outside, the image, you know, that I thought that was presented to me. I don't think the individuals possibly was trying to intentionally at that time, because they didn't know no better. I don't know what space and time. Some of them are being transformed and renewed, tapping from out of carrying the conscious mind as they feelings into their subconscious. Because one thing about your conscious mind, it seeks into your subconscious mind, which is the all-knowing, the divine spirit, the Holy Spirit. So what I'm saying is that whatever you think, that's what you're becoming. So I had to literally take my identification back of the God that lives within me, the I am, and not that I am a God because someone was trying to be slick and smart. Oh, you God. No, who told you that? That's crazy to assume that I'm trying to be God. No, but I know whom the I am is that live within me at this time. I identify with it that God exists in all of us. But if we let the negative conversation take control of, our physical mindset, then how do you come and tap into your awareness? It will be difficult. First, you got to stand in it. You got to move a little slow in it too. Don't be so quick to just jump at everything of what's being said and what's being talked about. Listen with your spiritual ears, because when your intuition open up, okay, and that propheticness that's in you, you're going to be able to hear what individuals are saying from a lie to the truth. You're going to be able to pick it up easy. And then you're going to be able to not willing to give feedback on everything, because either it's not your fight or it's not your business, or it could be your business and it could be your fight, but you're not even going to make it, something that you need to actually respond to. That's all I'm saying. In other words, be the individual that God have created you to be. And that's the only way that you will understand this part of the message. Take control of your power. Take it back. Take it back. You're going to let somebody come and take food from away from you while you eating from off your plate? when you're out and when you're dining, and they completely just come and take your food, and you know you ordered your food, and it's in front of you, and you got your fork in this food, and or the spoon in a soup, and the soup was good because you taste. So you literally gonna let somebody come and take your food from you. I'm just thinking in a more physical way now. In the same physical way that I'm thinking, I branch out spiritually and be like, no more power will be released to the things that does not give me power. Take your power back. Take your uniqueness back. Don't try to show up and be something that you're not. Be who you are. You know, and when I say being who you are, if who you are affecting individuals, guess what? That's just what it is. You ain't doing nothing to try to hurt nobody. You can't help because the light in you that's shining so brightly, that come from the Most High, is moving in this universe doing the right thing. You can't help that. So now you're going to let individuals say things? Mm, mm. Surely not going to let that happen, right? Take that power back. That's right. Take the power back. Take it complete. And daily, if you realize that this is a fight for your life, of taking your power back, show up for it. Child, we all showing up for something every day. Some individuals just won't say what they're showing up for, but everybody's showing up for something. You know, everybody got a purpose in this life. Whether or not you like your life or not, you got a purpose still. It don't matter. It don't even matter. The most I say, here you go, you're here. It don't matter. It don't matter if you want to stay in depression, you know, because that done became your business. But one thing I will say about depression, you have to get the right fit counselor, okay? Or counselors, okay? That possibly you may have to go through a few of them. Let's see what would be the best fit, because that's a real moment for some individuals. A real moment. I feel compelled to try to help, because God, to help who? To help who? Remember, we can't change people, but we can change us. We can change us and everything. And I'm saying that in a soft manner. But if God is telling you to help, I don't know, because I'm in this live, I'm just talking because I don't want nobody from your family or whomever else take this message the wrong way, because I don't know the dynamics. I'm just saying is that we have to show up for our inner work. Unless God, as you say, compel you to help, then you on God's business and timing. Because there's nothing wrong with helping nobody. But if you're getting frustrated and helping, then you're going to have to shift your mindset and say that you are a helper, and God, I'm here for the assignment to help and not complain. So you can't get frustrated with your assignment if God appointed you to be a helper, because then you're going to have to understand, what do a helper mean, and what do a helper go through? What do individuals go through in this real life, okay? On their journey. You got to understand that part. In other words, if you're going to complain, know the reason of your complaining, what can be done about it. What is the lesson? Is this something that you know that this part of your purpose, because purposes look different on everybody. Some people look at purposes of looking at it as it's all about career and work. No, your purpose can be completely personal and career wise, family wise. All that is a dynamic. Life is a purpose. So if you got so many different things going on in life, you got to figure it out. God, is this a lesson? Is you choosing me to be here because I don't understand? You know, how do you walk yourself out of depression? You first got to realize you're depressed, and then you got to realize too that, okay, that there is help, but will I get it? And if you choose not to get it, how you going to get the help? I'm just talking right now and saying that. But if you want it, helper's going to be there for you. When the student is ready, the masters always appear. Meaning these people in position. People are always showing up when you're ready. So as being compelled to do anything, be compelled to know what is compelling you. Is it God, the creator, the all-knowing spirit? Is it the Holy Spirit? Because see, I can be compelled to do something, but my compelling can come from a different energy. I got to make sure, like I told my friends, have God all up in your business. Anything that you do, make sure that God is in your business. Don't help people just because you feel it's your job or duty and hoping for a blessing from God. It doesn't work like that. Come on, friend. Come on. It's just like getting up, showing the individual what you about to give in church because you want to be seen with your nice outfit and all that, your hats and shoes, all that. You don't have to be seen to be rewarded from God or what you about to do because they're going to take the money. But if you're doing anything to prove to people that you're a good soul, you're defeating your purpose. You don't have to prove, you know, anything. You just live. You just live. And you be thankful for life. Because I don't, how can I say it? I don't show up in life to be validated by somebody or places and things to say, oh, wow, Gigi, you're amazing, Gigi. No, I don't. In other words, I don't even have the vibration that flow like that. I really don't. And the reason why I don't, because the power that rests in you, you got to understand who you are. When you understand who you are, you'll understand the conversation of what I'm talking about. That's a whole nother awakening to go through to understand who you are. Because most of life journey comes with individuals don't even know who they are. Because they've been going around life for so long. And then it becomes a point in time, even if you cry, have you cried out to the Most High to identify who you are and your purpose? Are you doing too much? Or are you doing too little? You got to have God all in your business in the most positive way. God speaks to everybody completely different. We can't compare, God, what you said for them, this applies to me. What is the Holy Spirit saying to you? And then I got to be aware too, some individuals don't even understand how God speaks. When enough is enough and when enough is too little. I got to identify with that too. Because when you know how God speaks, you will never get confused of your purpose. Purpose is never confused. Life can be challenging and can be with confusion, but your purpose and a renewed mindset, it's not confused. It's not confused because God and that do the right thing because the right thing exists to be done. Let me go back down, friend. Let me make sure I'm reading right. Let me make sure I'm reading right, friend, because I'm missing a lot. Okay, my sister says I have a hero complex, okay, which is not a good thing because it suggests I help what? For praise? Do you? Do you help on, do you do things to get the praise? Maybe that's what your sister is saying, I don't know. Do you look for individuals to give you the praise? This light here, I'm just wiping my face down and everything because of the light and how it's shining. Thank God for the all naturalness and the beauty that is just shining through. Thank you, friends, for allowing me to be real too at this time. No, I don't. Okay. So basically, the battlefield is in your mindset. And the mindset, and I mean in a loving way, is that care enough for yourself to not care what other people think of you. And when you get like that, and when you know that you're showing up daily being the best version of you, I mean, what else can you do? Life alone in this thing called life and is gonna life. But when you can just accept each day, that's why I state in my community post, live in the present, live in the now. Yesterday was yesterday and the day is the day, and we'll never see this day again. We will never see it again. Never. So live in the now. And the now meaning being present with who you are and being okay with it. Being okay with it. Do the right thing from your heart, not for blessings. Yes, that's true, friend. That's what only matters to God. Amen. I'm 100% in agreement with that. 100%. When you do the right thing from your heart, that's what you're doing. Here's the thing, too, about life. Never think that you can't have a good time in life. But, excuse me, have a balance. And having a balance meaning that you know how to enjoy life enough to have a balance. I don't let people put me in the box anymore. I used to. This is real life. Because somewhere, being the best version that I can be and show up in life. But because I was caught up in so much tradition, and the tradition, everything wasn't negative, but the tradition and the way how people view you when you say that you love God. And then when you travel in the areas of saying you're a Christian. Then when some individuals are not even reading the word to make it make sense for them, but they make it make sense to be debatable, to be argumentative, to feel as if, they were there when the scriptures was written and created, and not even understanding that scriptures alone come to empower and it come to elevate. It don't come to tear down individuals. And once I realized that I was walking in that direction, and I'm like, let me take a moment. Let me study the letter, but let me connect it up to the Holy Spirit. Let me connect up my thinking, because my soul done got contaminated. And this ain't working for me. Because now I'm hearing more from the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit saying, you're going to have to, okay, uproot the soil and put in some new grounding there. And when I began to do that, then more awareness became. Because strictly, I know my purpose is here to be more prayerful and more motivating. Any other lanes other individuals in, I tell them that's your lane and that's what you're experiencing. Please don't put your projection on me, because I don't receive it, so it's going to come to you like a boomerang. So I understand with the power of prayer and the power to be positive in every aspect of life. It comes with a challenge. It can come with confusion in the early parts and stages of your walk when you tap into God. It can come with just not knowing. You got a whole bunch of things that you want to ask and you want to know, but until you understand what you're seeking for is already existing in you, you will never come to the full understanding of who you are and the power that rests in you. You will never understand that. Leaders are leaders for a reason, to direct you, okay, in the right direction, to love, to be at peace, and to be positive. All the other things to go back and forth and to not get along or to disapprove your purpose or the reason why God sent you. Sometimes our purpose have to go through something in a negative way just to show up in the light. And that may not be good for some people. But if you don't have a story, how you going to be able to bless somebody else with a deliverance and with a testimony? How you going to be able to talk a positive talk out being in a positive position and you never experienced it? You never went through anything to shift you to become positive. See, I wasn't shift and just being positive to come here and to say, now I got a class for you. Send me $1. Cash out me. Because love is God and God is love. And this information is free. So when you are connected to the Most High, it feels good to know that you can freely give, because guess what? You know that other individuals, they yearn for the desire of this spirit that is living within them. They yearn for it. And when I say yearn, they really want it. They will pay so much money to get it. But I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with supporting individuals that do get paid in this area of what I'm talking about. Y'all know people get paid to put people back on the right track. And I ain't talking about and just counseling, but just mentoring on the spiritual side. People get paid to do just what I'm talking about. It's just everyday talking what I'm doing, but individuals literally get paid. But what I'm simply talking about, and even if you do go in them places and spaces, that's your business. But you got to understand, they believe enough that what they are giving, they should get paid for it. And the reason why they books stay full, because they know that they have to keep themselves abreast and be the best version and operate from the best energy to give individuals what they need. That's why they don't play with their gift just on a low vibration energy level. They know that, listen, this is my job. And this is what I got to do. And I'm sure they have to keep themselves loaded in the most positive way. I'm talking about the individuals that is really tapped in, tuned in, and turned on, and they're not playing with the gift. But they also understand that I can't go on nobody else's job and work 8 hours, 12 hours, or even 24-hour shift. God have called me to do this, and I'm going to use my gift to help individuals along the way, because some people need that extra help. I understand that, because now they're being used by God and God only. Some people may be against it, and everything. I'm only against when individuals is falsifying a lie about how to get to God. I'm against that, and it don't work for me. But if you need that extraness of somebody to be in your ear and to motivate and encourage you, go. Go to those places that will help you. Go to those places that will benefit you. Go. And in the process, keep on the whole armor of God. And when I say the whole armor, read, study. Read that word for yourself. Study and get those things that you need for yourself. Be helpful for yourself. Because in the process, when you get your own wings, this stuff, what I'm telling you, is going to come back, and you'll be like, that's what Gigi was saying. It was already in me. It was already in me. Just make sure you get a good fit. In other words, whomever is feeding you, make sure their light is turned on, being in the light. I don't want to take money from individuals, and I know now that what I'm telling you, I'm not living it. No. And I know I can take money because I'm living it. I know I can take money because my life alone have produced life experience to say, wow, she have went through this, or she have experienced this. Wow, she have prayed some things through, and she is a living testimony. See, if I'm going to get a mentor, I want to get that mentor that done been through them trenches. That, hey, if I'm talking to you, or if I am connecting up with you, if I'm putting you on my payroll, You understand me. I'm a good fit. I don't have time to waste energy nor money on individuals that would not be a good fit for me. And that's how all of us should be. No, I'm not for the downplay anybody that getting spiritually or financially blessed. That was the old nature and maybe how I view things because of my thoughts and being in that church mindset. But now I see the good in everything. I don't know why people may need that money that bad. And when I say that bad, the whereby they may have to manipulate, I don't know. But I'm not in their lane, so don't come for me. You do what you do, and guess what? That's you that have to reap the repercussion when you don't manipulate people. But for the people or for the individuals that is using the gift to literally help individual, to God be the glory. Stay on your path and stay on your journey. Sometimes, you may have to give a person a resume. And I'm saying this to the individuals who's trying to tap into it financially, because sometimes individuals don't believe what you went through. You don't literally have to give them a resume, but your resume is your own life journey that speaks volume. That speaks volume. Yes. It's okay, friend, if you got to step away. I've been on this live, I don't know how long, but I just appreciate coming here. That's all. I really do. And thank you, friends, for picking up the phone. I just appreciate, when I say I appreciate you, I appreciate you. I done got here, I done got thirsty. Child, I want to get up and go and get me some water and everything. I really do. But I'm going to sit right here for maybe some more time. I thank you. I really do. I really do. I had to. I meant to say, let me see. I appreciate chatting with you. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Remember how they're going to know, go tell some other friends. This is the space if you just real down to earth talking. Stand in the position in my own lane. I ain't trying to be in nobody else's lane. And when I say it like that, I ain't. I'm not trying to be in another person's lane. Whatever they do, that's what they do. That's their business. Because everybody got some business to do in this earthly realm. Right now, I'm just living life in the most abundant way. And when I say abundant, abundant in all areas of life. Because I speak it. So therefore, I project that. So I attract that. I manifest that. Okay? I live in all God divine blessings. I keep saying this to my family, that I'm connected to, that's in my household. They know I talk like this. My grandkids know I talk like this, the one that's around me. My friend said, right, I feel you on that and feel the same way. Yes. So it become a lifestyle. It become a lifestyle. And the lifestyle, it doesn't change because of what may go on in life. You get a bad report, oh, I'm going to change with this bad report. No. Stay encouraged. And when I say stay encouraged, stay encouraged. Because when you keep encouraging yourself, that's what's growing up from out of you. If you keep praying, your prayers just keep elevating up from out of you. Find you some friends or a friend that know how to get prayers through. Do you hear me? I'm going to say it again. Find you some friends or a friend that know how to get prayers through to the all-knowing, that knows and understands you. So you even got to find a good fit in that area. I don't believe I can connect up and pray with everybody because I don't know, what they're praying for and the energy, where it's coming from. And I'm not being negative on that. Some individuals could be praying in a different direction, and that's not the area that I'm praying in or for. And my friends say, which is hard to find. It'll show up. It'll show up. I shared my testimony, and I'm going to say it again. I asked the Lord, and I'm going to say it on this live, Lord, send me some good friends that can pray and that know how to get prayers through. If you say it like you mean it, it'll show up. Because you coming from a desire. You coming from something that you ain't asking for money. You ain't asking for a brand new car or a new house, even if that's on your agenda. But this is what you call the simplicity and the basic things that will keep you elevated. And you think God won't send it? Send it, God, to the friends that need it. Send it. Send them some good friends. Our friend that know how to get prayers through. It's power when you got them friends that know how to get prayers through. And I ain't talking about owner just, I pray for you. No, friend, I'm heavyweight. And when I say heavyweight, meaning I'm a vessel that I know that God have put this light in me, and I need you to be able, if I'm in a need, if I'm in trouble spiritually, if I'm being attacked, if spiritual warfare want to come and just shake the foundation of my presence, I need you to send some prayers through. And you be that friend to ask God to keep me and to hold me down. I need them type of friends. Them type of friends. Because see, when you got them friends in your life, they are concerned. I'm not talking about them worldly friends. You know how, because see, I done been in the world, you know, when it was party and clubbing time. Baby, you rung the phone. You, girl, you ready? You, girl, yeah, I got my outfit. Oh, girl, yeah, girl, I'm doing my hair right now. I'm putting on my mascara. And y'all did the thing, because I know I did. But now in your spiritual journey, okay, do you got them friends? Or do you want them friends? Or do you want a friend that can get a prayer through? Because see, once you ask for it, because that's a desire, if you can believe it, baby, you can obtain it. It will be sent unto you. Sin. Okay? But you got to ask God. You got to ask God for that. My friend says, you're one of those friends, Gigi. I found her. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Yes, love it. Let me go back because I was running my mouth. Yes, I was running my mouth. So, yep, I actually talking myself away from my old friends, even if I'm friendless less for a while. And sometimes you have to be in the space of just finding you. It's nothing wrong with being in a space to where about you don't have no friends. It's called being cleaned out, being, you know, being replenished, you know, with what God wants for you in your life. See yourself as being the individual that you want to see yourself as being. And even the old friends, always see something good in them. Sometimes friends get disconnected because that journey is over with anyway. We don't have to walk away from friendships and always be angry. The journey is over with. And hopefully if we run into one another again, if it ended, we can be okay with that. And if it ended in a negative way, hopefully if we're able to reconnect, that we can move forward and forgive one another, and we don't even have to be connected trying to be friends again. We can be okay with that. Get out of the headspace and thinking that you need to be best friend with somebody that, you know, you had a bad falling out with. The friendship probably have ended, and be okay with it. Be okay with it. Yes. All right, friends. I am going to go, and I'm literally going to get me something to eat and things I am in my household, of course. Thumbs up the video, friends. Subscribe to the channel as well. You know now when I come here and sit down and do my sit down talks, Gigi she takes some time. I just don't come and just get off. Every now and then I may, but what I'm saying, I try, if I'm going to do a sit down like this, I like to sit down and just chat and be me. For those who want me to continue to come back and do live videos, you know, continue to thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel too. I definitely appreciate you. My friend said some people come in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. Amen. That is so beautifully said too. That's right. They come into your life for just what you said, for a reason and a season or a lifetime. My friend said, enjoy every bit of it. And glad I caught you live. I'm so glad too. When I say I'm glad, if this is your first time catching me doing a live, I thank you for showing up. I really do. I thank you. Friends, have a good, because it's evening where I'm at now, meaning, honey, it done got dark outside. But what I want my friends to do is continue to keep your light on, stay positive, even if you got to get back up, okay? Blessings and power unto everyone. My friend said, I'm so glad I caught you too. Oh, I am happy as well. Thank you. I usually catch you after the live. Well, I'm glad that you did keep me as well. I'm going to say caught me. What I'm saying, caught me as well. Blessings, everyone. Blessings back unto you. Listen, friends. Anyway, I don't want to chase another rabbit because it'll be another hour before I get off and everything. So I am going to go and enjoy my evening, and you do likewise, okay? I'll be back. Just pick up the phone. When I go live, if you don't get it, like I said, I keep up my live. Just when I say pick up the phone. Don't be shy. Come in the live, okay? Thank you, friends. Have a good day, okay? Love everyone.